Projects often include globally dispersed teams and require a diverse set of skills. Project managers can significantly increase the chance of successfully completing the initiative and realizing the ROI by finding the right people with availability for each project. Project managers must be able to effectively mine the resource pool to find potential candidates and then quickly see if they have availability to join the team. At this stage, the project manager, Jan Kodas, is assigned and is responsible for building the project team, finalizing the schedule, completing a secondary cost assessment, and baselining the project plan. You'll notice that we're signed in as Jan Kodas. Jan's going to open the Project Center to see all the projects he has access to. By default, the Project Center view for Jan is set to the Plan and Manage phase. Jan clicks the Payroll System Upgrade project. Having been recently assigned as the project manager for the project, he's responsible for building the team and finalizing the project schedule. This includes substituting generic resources, already assigned during the business case development, with available named resources. Note that in this demonstration, we've already substituted the generics, except for the analyst. The Build Team view lists all the Project Center resources on the left and all the resources assigned to the project on the right. Jan selects the Analyst checkbox to assign an analyst. Jan clicks Match, which filters resources with the analyst skill from the resource pool. To find an available analyst, Jan selects a number of resources with the analyst skill from the resource pool. The Resource Availability view helps Jan to find the right resource with the availability to work on his project. He sees a graph showing the availability of the selected resources. Jan then applies the remaining availability view so that he can see which analysts are available during the selected time period. The graph displays that Ben Spain is busy, but Hatim and Tiana are available. Jan decides to use Hatim on the project. So he closes the browser and returns to the Resource Team Builder view. He clears the selections for everyone but Hatim, and then chooses Replace. Jan replaces the generic role of analyst with Hatim Ayed. By clicking Save and Close, Jan saves his changes to Project Server and returns to the Project Center view. Now that he has created the project team, Jan wants to look at the project schedule. He clicks the Payroll System Upgrade project. The Workflow Status page shows that the project is in the plan stage. In this stage, there are 4 PDPs available, and the workflow is waiting for input to proceed to the next stage. Jan can build and edit project schedules using either a web browser or Project Professional. By clicking Schedule, Jan goes to the Schedule PDP of the project, which displays the project plan on the web. By clicking Edit Project, Jan checks out the project for editing. Jan can make changes to the schedule here. Notice that the edited tasks are highlighted in blue. Jan wants to insert a task between Secure Project Sponsorship and Define Preliminary Resources. He clicks Define Preliminary Resources task. Jan clicks the Insert button on the Task tab to add a new task. He names the new task Check Resource Availability. Jan links the new task with the Define Preliminary Resources task. After making these changes, Jan wants to recalculate the project end date. He clicks the Calculate button. Jan sees immediate changes to dates when duration values are changed. The web-based project editing capabilities also include change highlighting and multi-level undo. Jan saves the changes. And then Jan commits his changes to the project server. The online editing feature has enabled Jan to make simple changes to common task fields and to see the impact of these changes without opening the schedule in Project Professional. Jan can edit the project from almost any location. In this way, Project Server 2010 empowers the mobile workforce by enabling web-based project scheduling. Because Jan has finished this section of the project, he checks it in. By checking in the project, Jan returns to Project Center. Jan also needs to perform more difficult actions such as resolving resource overallocation, saving baselines, and so forth. Jan opens the project in Project Professional. Project Professional 2010 launches and opens the desired project. Jan views the project plan. The new Team Planner in Project Professional 2010 provides a graphical view that helps Jan more effectively manage resource assignments. Jan can use this view to visually manage resource assignments. The bottom panel of the window shows all tasks that are scheduled but have not been yet assigned. The bottom left shows unassigned, unscheduled tasks. The section to the right of the resource names shows assigned but unscheduled tasks. Users can simply drag and drop these tasks within these sections as required. Jan clicks the Secure Project Sponsorship task in the bottom section of the screen. The Team Planner makes it easy to manage tasks and resource allocations. Tasks which cause an overallocation of a resource are highlighted in red. Tasks can simply be dragged and dropped to other resources to resolve the situation. Jan finds an available resource and drags the Secure Project Sponsorship to the appropriate place in the schedule. Jan leaves the Team Planner view and goes to the Gantt chart. In the Gantt chart view, he reviews the effects of his changes. Jan wants to view a simple timeline for the project. This opens the timeline view at the top of the project plan. This provides an easier way to share project schedules. Note that the tasks have already been selected for this view. Jan quickly reviews the key phases and milestones through the simple timeline view. Selecting the timeline view automatically selects the Format tab. The Format tab contains features to help Jan edit the timeline view. Using the format options in the Fluent user interface, Jan can quickly customize the timeline by changing the bar colors or rearranging tasks as callouts. He can also copy the graphic and paste into Microsoft Outlook, Microsoft PowerPoint, and other Microsoft Office tools. Jan wants to communicate the project timeline to his team.